and welcome back to Tiny Kitchen, where my kitchen is tiny and my recipes are even tinier. This exciting episode is brought to you by Chalk Lines and Lipstick by Ophelia London. Marin, the heroine in Chalk Lines and Lipstick, is an amateur sleuth who lives in the small Northern California town called Eureka, which happens to be my hometown. When I thought about what kind of recipe would Marin be making, I thought about her personality, and I thought about what she did for a living, and mostly I thought about where she lived. And nothing says Northern California more than granola bars. This recipe for granola bars has never been written down. My husband invented it, his daughter messed with it a little bit more, and then I took over. It's perfect for those days when you don't want to think much, but you want something yummy and sweet and a little bit healthy, and you just want to dump everything in and be done with it. This recipe is perfect for that. So let's get started. These are the ingredients that I have on hand in my pantry. Therefore, these are going to be all the ingredients in my world famous granola bars. But it's pretty much whatever you have on hand. Sometimes it's almonds, sometimes it's walnuts, sometimes it's pecans, sometimes it's peanuts. You may notice that my peanut butter is chunky. That way I don't have to add extra peanuts. Because when you're lazy and you have a tiny kitchen, you look for time savers and space savers like this. I'm going to begin by doing the thing that I hate the most, chopping. Sometimes I just feel like I need to chop, you know what I mean? Sometimes I'm in the mood. Okay, these almonds are already slivered, but I want to make them even smaller. You know what? No, I don't. They're practically crumbs, so they are good to go. I've got some sunflowers. Do I need to chop these, do you think? Yeah. I do have craisins, and I am going to chop these up. This recipe is easier and easier. So my knife isn't very sharp. So don't try this at home, people. I don't need that many. It's basically the salad in my dessert granola bars. So I have to have something. Otherwise it's just candy. Time out, time out. I don't think I told you at the beginning exactly what we're going to be using. Quaker oats, and I don't know the difference between like minute oats or old-fashioned oats or instant oats or whatever. This is what I have. This is what I use. And sometimes it might be something different. So any kind of peanut butter you want to get fancy and get the organic and whatever, that's fine. But since I want this to be a little bit sweet, I buy the store brand that's got the sugar in it. And like I mentioned, that this has extra peanuts, so it's extra crunchy, so I don't have to make that extra step with peanuts. Honey, we're gonna use a ton of honey. It's naturally sweet. Sometimes there's added sugar, but this is pure honey, and it's delicious, and it's local. Some kind of chocolate. I've got semi-sweet, but any kind of combination is good. You gotta have chocolate though. Okay, you're gonna need to get yourself a big bowl. It can be glass or plastic, whatever you want. No big deal. And then you're going to start microwaving the peanut butter because you want that soft, and the honey's gonna be soft too because that's what's gonna bind everything together. I don't know yet how many this is going to serve, so I'm just gonna start with maybe 3 tablespoons of peanut butter. That's a tablespoon, right? Okay, it's probably more like 5 or 6 tablespoons. I'm gonna microwave it for about 20 seconds and just keep stirring it until it's nice and liquidy. I think maybe another 15 seconds or so. Can you see how this looks? Nice and melty. Ready to go. We're just gonna eyeball this now because I'm gonna add the quick oats. Let's just start. Just gonna start pouring. This isn't a huge batch, and then I'm gonna mix it up until my arm gets tired, which is right about now. slivers. Just some. I don't know, was that a tablespoon? I don't know. Our vegetables are next. These craisins. I don't love sunflower in baking things, but my husband does, and they're just so darn good for us. So I'm gonna add a little sprinkle. This is what it looks like without the honey. It's still a little crumbly, which is fine because I still have to add the chocolate chips. Don't be shy with the honey. Just think about it. It's nature's sugar, but it's not sugar. I don't care how it's digested or what science says that it's the same thing as sugar or whatever. Don't let that mess with your head. It's good stuff. Did I tell you the hot guy in chalk lines and lipstick? His name's Patrick. And I think he would totally love a batch of these granola bars made by Marin, his love. Or he could even do it. These are so easy. I'm still stirring. Me thinks it needs a wee bit more honey. Honey good. Now for the num num. I found an open bag of semi-sweets and there's not a lot in here. So I guess this is gonna be like the healthiest batch of granola bars that I've ever made. Actually, that's plenty. All right, this is what you want it to look like. There's lots of honey in there. So when we put it in the pan, it's going to stick together. And you can leave this on the counter. I've heard about baking it, but what I do is I put it in the freezer. So that's the next step. For some reason, I thought that I had like a 9x9 square pan, but I don't know where it is. We have like 2 drawers in the tiny kitchen. So we're just gonna make it in a 9x13, so they'll be a little bit thinner than I wanted to do this batch, but that way they'll be done sooner. So it's a win-win. You guys already know how much I hate cling wrap. Today, we're going to be using parchment paper. So whatever pan you've decided to use, just need to line it. That way they're much easier coming out. I hate this stuff. Do I have to cut it? Or will it tear? I'll cut it. This is why I don't bake. It's just so loud and offensive. Why are you so loud? Shh. Make sure your hands are very clean. Uses some kind of a tool, and now I know why, because it's all over my hands. This is what it looks like when it's all punched down. Just kind of smush it down with your fist or your fingers or a tool. This is going to go in the freezer now for about 2 hours. By then it should be hard enough to start cutting up. I even already made space in my freezer. It doesn't even have to be all that even because of the peanut butter and the honey is all binding it. So 2 hours and we're gonna check it out. I think it's nearly ready. Oh yeah, this looks really nice. Thanks to the snazzy parchment paper that I hate, it's just gonna lift right up. And now I'm just gonna start cutting it into little bars. Oh, it's really frozen. I've been dying to try one of these for hours. I'm so impatient. It's so good. It's crunchy and sweet and chocolatey and granola-y-ish. I need a Diet Coke with it, but I can't have Diet Coke anymore, so I'll probably have some milk. It's so good, you guys. Oh man, we're plumb out of time here on Tiny Kitchen, but let's not forget our friendly sponsor, Chalk Lines and Lipstick by Ophelia London. Let's not forget Marin and Hot Patrick and all the granola bars. Till next time, I'll be here waiting in my tiny kitchen.